Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This will be the Culture Clash Flash Tournament Finals. So there were two battles played between AVA Granitor and AVA Conceivable. Now, one of the battles was two nomadic factions playing up against each other. Granitor managed to win that. Then there was another battle between two Carthage builds, and Conceivable won that. Both games were not boring. They were just like, you know, pretty normal battles. But this battle here is something else. This is the decider in who takes a cake in this Culture Flash tournament. Now, I think I probably talked up this battle in the last replay that I did, and I said it was amazing and that, you know, you couldn't have guessed it and all this kind of stuff. It's fucking true. This battle was crazy good, and very close. But I'll kind of leave it to you guys to kind of choose whether it was a good battle or not. So we've got Soki Equites, 1, 2, 3, each on a flank. So Granitor has brought Rome. He's played his Rome card. So that's already using up a pretty strong faction here. So he saved it right until last. Hastati, Legionary, Evocati, and two Balearics. So very nice little flank here. Something very similar happening over here. Two Balearics, Legionary, Evocati, Hastati, and Soki. So the same thing. In the center, we've got Evocati, Legionary, General's Bodyguard, Legatus, and Soki Equite. And he's going to take his Evocati over here as well. So organized up into thin lines. At first, because I actually watched this live, I was spectating the battle as it happened, and I was like, man, they're pretty thin lines. I don't know how you would go, but he was like, yeah, I've definitely got a plan for this. So we'll watch out what happens. So Conceivable's going to bring in his Persian Cav, get a very nice charge on these Hastati. Probably going to take them right down to half strength, but Granitor is going to be able to bring in his Soki Equites and hold them down for a little bit longer. Evocati Cohort going to get charged in the back by these Eastern Cataphracts on trample charge, no less. So brutal charge going to happen there. Conceivable's also got two Hillmen out in this flank. Eastern Cataphract, Noble Horse Archer in the center, two Persian Hoplites, a Royal Cataphract, another Eastern Cataphract, two Eastern Slingers, two Hillmen, two Persian Cav, Noble Horse Archer, and a Horse Archer. So definitely gonna have the tools to whittle down this Roman army. We'll see if he's able to do it effectively. So these Eastern Cataphracts have been caught as they tried to pull away by the Soki Equites, and this is bad for the Royal Cataphract General. Just getting in here and not really getting a good charge at all, so he's going to have to try and pull away from that engagement. Eastern Cataphracts also getting caught by the Soki Equites, so not going to be the best situation for those units at all. Now Granitor's made a good case over here. He's got these Hillmen on the run from the Legionary Cohort and Hastati. They are going to get charged again by the Persian Cav and get taken out of the fight eventually. These Hastati are going to be destroyed pretty nicely, but these Legionary Cohort over here are going to be able to take on those Hillmen without too much trouble. Legionary Cohort in the center with the Evocati Cohort got charged. The Soki Equites down by 4 men. This guy's getting ganged up on by Eastern Cataphracts, Noble Horse Archers, and the Royal Cataphract General. Eventually they're going to go down, but there is a little bit of support on the way from Granitor in the form of these Soki Equites, going to be able to catch some of those Noble Horse Archers. And these Legionary Cohort are going to get into combat with the Eastern Cataphracts, I think, maybe. They don't get a Jav off, crucially, they don't. So that's not too good for them. Soki Equites, their morale's starting to fail. Granitor probably needs those units to stay in the game until the late game if he's going to hope to keep these cavalry on the back foot. But it looks like he's got one of his Balearics or Syrian archers caught by these Eastern Cataphracts and two Persian Cav. So can you believe these guys are so cheap, and yet they're very heavy shock cavalry. These guys are punishing on the charge. Charge bonus is 67, incredibly cost-effective units there. Hillmen being shat on by a combination of Evocati and Legionary Cohort, as you expect. Over here we do have an engagement happening with the Eastern Cataphracts. They're going to get shot in the back by these two Balearic Slingers. Evocati Cohort going to be charged by the Hillmen. They're going to win out in that engagement. But I suppose that would be Conceivable's plan all along, is to use the Hillmen just to hold up the enemy infantry and do this kind of thing, get the charge on the Eastern Cataphracts into the back of these Roman. Don't really get the best charge there, which is unfortunate, but things like this are going to be awesome. Just getting these Noble Horse Archers, throwing their weight into these Evocati Cohort. You can see just the amount of kills that they're getting just by these like really kind of iffy kind of charges here. Noble Horse Archers down to 40 men. So Conceivable's got a couple of these Eastern Slingers very, very close to this one Legionary cohort. They're going to have to hope to pull back to safety at some point. Over here, Granitor's doing really well at pushing in this engagement. So the Persian Cav getting torn apart by these two Balearic Slingers. And then we've got Noble Horse Archers getting some shots in here on the Legionary cohort and Hastati. So a very nice charge in here also onto the Hastati by these Persian Cav, going to take them out of the fight. And again, Conceivable is just going to be, you know, cycle charging the shit out of these Evocati cohort. You know, Granitor can see that these are expendable units, so he's going to be able to fire into them with the Balearic Slingers. Though over here, he's being a little bit careless and slow with his micro, and these Balearic Slingers are going to get caught by their Persian cavalry. And he's going to have to reinforce with the Legatus, so that may spell the end for that one Persian Cav. And he didn't lose too many Balearic Slingers either, so probably a good engagement there. These are Hastati, the Persian Cav kind of struggling to take them out of the fight. Eventually they do, and it looks like Conceivable's managed to wrap up this flank completely over here. Yep, the Persian Cav has been destroyed by the Legatus and the Legionary cohort, but we do have engagements over here that are not going so well for the Eastern Cataphracts, left in the combat for a little bit too long. So again, both players a little bit slow on micro, but just look how spread out this battle is. You can understand how they would get caught up in different parts of the battlefield, given that the playing area is so huge. Now, this is a bit of a dangerous situation here. Legatus is going to have to block these Persian Cav, and very nice move pulled off by Granitor there and blocking them from getting to the auxiliary Balearics. But these the pull through is allowed on cavalry and skirmishers. So Conceivable is well within his rights to be able to pull through and come through into these Balearic Slingers there. We got Persian Cav coming in here, getting a nice charge on the Legatus, I'm sure. And again, Granitor's doing a really great job. Conceivable's struggling to get through the Persian Hoplites. What he really should be doing at this point is maybe like wrapping around. But I guess Granitor's doing a pretty good job of blocking any gaps that are forming. So at the moment, just looking at this, at this point in the battle, I would say, man, it's got to be Conceivable. He's got so many units left in the field. But in the end game, Granitor did an excellent job of defending his skirmishes and was able to do this kind of thing. Just get real opportune shots into very key units. Like 20 Persian Cav taken out of the fight. And the Legatus only lost 10 men on the charge there. So a very good endgame tactic there. These Royal Cataphracts getting an awesome charge on the Legionary cohort, but almost going to get caught by the Legionary cohort there. So a lot of these units have actually run out of ammo. And we're going to see an excellent Noble Horse charge here, knocking down these Evocati cohort. There's only 20 of them left, so they're going to get pulverized by that charge. These Evocati cohort are going to be chasing after the Eastern Slingers. Conceivable's going to have to be careful to not take any precursor javelins there. It doesn't look like they have. These Legionary cohort going to be able to shit on these Hillmen. But now, just look at this. All of a sudden, the tune has changed, and Granitor was able to get a couple of very nice kills on a lot of units. Granitor is actually starting to win back the balance of power here. He's got Hastati, he's got Legionary cohort, he's got a couple of these Balearic Slingers left. He's got his general, crucially, and he's got a Legionary cohort, and an Evocati cohort. Of course, these guys are down to 43 men, and they're starting to lose even more to the charge of these Noble Horse Archers. But I think the biggest indicator of who's going to win this match is going to be the Eastern Slingers. Depending on how much ammo they have left, they should be able to swing the tide of the battle, absolutely. These Horse Archers could be useful in getting to the rear of units. But these Royal Cataphracts, very dangerous unit also. I mean, there's 24 men left. So we'll see what he can make of it. This may have been a little bit too eager, charging these Legionary cohort with a very light missile cav. Of course, they did knock down a couple of them, which is actually very surprising. A very heavy melee cav being knocked down by a very light missile cav. I was very surprised to see that. And we've got Royal Cataphracts on the way, going to get a nice charge in here, knocking down a whole bunch of these Legionary cohort. They just cannot catch a break. Just getting absolutely bum rush there. So Conceivable is going to have to be very careful with his ammo and very careful with his with the rest of his units left. He does have a lot of killing power left on the field in the form of those Royal Cataphracts and crucially, these are Noble Horse Archers. These guys are full strength. They're still active. They may still have a fair bit of ammo left. I mean, they've still got their bows out, so they should be okay for the rest of the battle. But there is still a little bit of ammo left in those Balearics, and they're probably, yeah, they're doing quite well to use it on the Eastern Slingers. I don't know if that is the right target. They probably, it would have been better used possibly on the enemy general, just because they don't have that you know, armor, not armor, sorry, the shields to block. So I mean, 23, they're gonna pull back. They've got 130 men left. These Eastern Slingers getting a lot of kills, 80 each, 100 kills on those Noble Horse Archers. Where's the other new? Oh, the other Horse Archer's already gone. No, it hasn't. It's over here. 47 kills on that guy there. Very nice charge in the Hastati here. Gonna knock down all of those Hastati at least, and it might actually take them out of the fight here. But these Royal Cataphracts just getting pooped on by the Balearic Slingers, getting shot in the rear as they pull away as well. They're down to 10 men. They are starting to waver. We'll see if we can get a rout here, but they do stabilize, and they're going to be able to pull out without taking too many losses. These Horse Archers going for the enemy Balearic Slingers almost got there, but just in the nick of time, Granitor is able to bring his Legatus around and block their path. So very good good use of units from both players here. Conceivable's doing very well to hold on to his units, getting some nice rear shots in here on these Eastern Slingers. Maybe able to pull the balance of power back in his favor here. So we've only got 9 Royal Cataphracts left on the field. We do have Noble Horse Archers here being brought in by Conceivable. We'll see if he'll commit to the actual charge, knocking down a bunch of these Legionary cohort, but he's going to have to turn around and flee there. And it looks like he's going to go for the Noble Horse, sorry, for the Balearic Slingers here. So very crucial charge here, and he's going to change direction here and go after the Balearics. So he did take a charge from the Legatus, but the absolute, like the weight of these Noble Horse Archers was that they were able to just pull on through the Legatus and just go straight for the Balearics. So they've been able to take them out of the fight quite effectively. They haven't lost any men yet. They've still got all of their men left in the unit. So very crucial here. These Horse Archers are going to get stopped by the Legionary cohort, so very good job from Granitor in just blocking that. The Royal Cataphracts getting a good charge into the Hastati, and the Eastern Slingers managed to deal with that one unit that they were attacking. So, holy shitballs, only 4 men left in this Royal Cataphract. The General is not dead. May I repeat that? Holy shitballs, the General is not dead. Look at him, he's just fleeing. He's like, oh, do I waver? Do I rout? Do I not? So he has no idea what he's doing. So he may rout. He's still wavering. He's going to waver for ages now. So the General has not fled. The General has not died. So both players... Oh, the Roman does not have the General left on the field. I think it has either... Yep. So the General is dead for the Roman player there. So Granitor's going to have to be careful. It looks like the morale's already like failing on some of his units. The Legionary cohort are going to be struggling in the late end of this game. So the Eastern Slingers, it looks like they do still have a little bit of ammo left. And they're going to start to target the Balearic Slingers. So not a bad idea. There's only a couple of units left in the Balearics. So this skirmishing engagement is pretty key to the end battle here. Very nice shots being returned into the Eastern Slingers. And I guess that would be their only target at this point. The Noble Horse Archers getting a very nice flaming shot in here. I was very impressed with how this turned out as well. And they've also come around in an opportune moment and delivered a very nice and punishing charge into those Legionary cohort, just knocking down a whole bunch of them, picking up a bunch of kills now as well. And the Balearic Slinger has been taken out of the fight, and now they're being shot in the rear, so they're out. So now, oh, somehow, Conceivable has been able to pull this back with the help of his Noble Horse Archers. They're down to 53 men. They've managed to pick up a whole bunch of kills, 178 at this point. Holy fuckballs. 4 Royal Cataphracts left on the field. Don't know how useful they're going to be if they're still wavering. They still haven't routed. I think he's just trying to keep them moving, keep them within range of the rest of his units, you know, this sphere of influence. We got another charge coming in here from the Noble Horse Archers, knocking down a bunch of these Legionary cohort. Though it's not enough to take them out of the fight, the morale is starting to suffer, down to 45 due to the flaming shot, but it looks like they're going to be able to stay in it without even a waver. So Granitor is going to be thanking his lucky stars that these Romans are disciplined, and not only that, but they have very good morale. So sticking in the fight with 78 men left. Looks like there's still a little bit of ammo left on these slingers, but they're going to be firing into the shielded side of these Legionary cohort. We've got another charge coming in here from these Horse Archers. It looks like Granitor is very intelligently keeping his unit moving around to keep their sparse kind of formation there. And a very poor charge coming in here from the Noble Horse Archers. They're going to pay for that dearly, losing a couple of these Noble Horse Archers in number. And it looks like the Legionary Cohort are going to start to stabilize again. So orange morale on both units. A couple of Eastern Slingers, a Horse Archer, a pretty much wrecked Royal Cataphract, and a Noble Horse Archer. So it's all going to come down to these units and how many kills they can get in this end game. So yes, very close end to this battle here. While we were watching it live, everyone was just losing it. Every single charge that came in, we were like, holy shit, oh my god, it's so close. But yeah, it looks like the Royal Cataphracts are free to move into range of the rest of the units here because there are no skirmishes left for Granitor. The balance of power is right on 50-50, very close. I'm just going to put it into forward here. But yeah, you can see it's just come right down to a knife's edge here. We've got a Horse Archer that's almost dead and a Noble Horse Archer that's kind of struggling. It's exhausted, and I thought this was a very good move here. He's bringing it back to his General, and his General, since they're still alive, is going to use Second Wind on the Noble Horse Archers, which is incredible stuff there. Very good use of the General's abilities there. Almost up to 200 kills. And the Horse Archer, the Royal Cataphract is going to hobble along. It looks almost as if they're walking, really. They're just moving so slow. We're going to get another charge here, very spread out. Oh, an excellent impact coming in from Conceivable, knocking down a bunch of these Legionary Cohort. They're going to go back the way that they came in. Flaming Shot being used, so the morale is starting to break. We'll see if we get a waver. We do get a waver. Do we get a rout? Who knows? These Roman infantry are very sturdy. Very close stuff. Nope, they do stabilize once again, and the Noble Horse Archers have to pull out. They've only got 38 men left now, so almost down to half strength. So they are going to be struggling at this point to deal with enemy opponents. But this spread out formation is only going to help Granitor. What I really think Conceivable should be doing is pulling back until the formation kind of closens up a little bit. I was going to mention it during the actual live playthrough of the game, but I thought I'd better not, just in case it would like influence players' decisions. But Noble Horse Archer down to 36 men, losing 2 men on the charge there. And they may lose 2 more, doesn't look like it. So Granitor's happy to kind of fend off the Eastern Slingers. I don't think they have any ammo left because they've got their daggers out. At least one of them does. Yeah, this one does as well. So both Eastern Slingers are out of ammo, so it's pretty much all down to this one Noble Horse Archer. Again, Granitor's keeping his infantry really spread out, doing a great job to keep them, you know, as spread out as possible to avoid a good connection on the charge. But a very good charge, nonetheless, getting in here and getting a nice shot there. Knocking down a lot of units, getting a lot of kills. We got another waver. Do we get another rout? If he got a Flaming Shot in here, he may be able to take them out of the fight. 44 men left, and they stabilize once again. Very close. Super close. Exhaustion starting to set in. Casualties sustained. It's just a battle of morale at this point. The Noble Horse Archers are green. They are down to 26 men now. 231 kills. And it looks like they're going to be staying in combat here, seeing if they can finish this fight off against the 31 Legionary Cohort. They're dropping very quickly, and they've rout. So that's going to be these Noble Horse Archers pulling out of combat before these Legionary Cohort can get themselves into this fight. But it looks like they're a little bit late in getting out here, and they may take another couple of losses. At least this one might anyway. Go on, hit him. No, it doesn't take any losses from the second Legionary Cohort, so that was probably a very good charge there. He's only down to 25 men though, and we still have a Legionary Cohort who's still got 105 men left, so incredibly close stuff here. Very nice play from Conceivable in taking his time. He is winded, so they're probably going to have to use Second Wind here. Battle Rhythm was popped a little bit late on those Noble Horse Archers. They probably could have used it while they were in combat. I remember we were talking about it when we were watching the game live that, you know, the Battle Rhythm could have been popped a little bit earlier. So we'll go into forward. So one solitary Legionary Cohort at 105 men, so plenty of guys left in this unit. They're going to want to hope to defend their rear from these Noble Horse Archers. Granitor being Granitor is not content to sit still. He's going to keep on, trying to get something out of this, to get a charge on somebody. And it looks like he's going to get that. Nope, going to be turning around. Again, just using that J key to go back and forth and turn himself around. Got a very dense formation, which is a great idea coming up against these enemy cav charges. It looks like we got another charge coming in here. I'm going to put it into play. So both players just jockeying, trying to get we got second wind being popped on the Noble Horse Archers. Now they are fresh. So they should be able to get a good charge. We got the Noble Horse Archers, or Horse Archers coming in here for a nice charge. Gonna pretty much destroy themselves or impale themselves on these Roman swords here. And we do have a rear charge being organized from the Noble Horse Archers. They are fixed in place now. Green morale on the Legionary cohort, but a brutal charge coming into the back of this unit. We'll see if they can pick up any kills. It looks like these Noble Horse Archers are going to be pulled out, which is a great decision because they need to be cycled every now and then. But man, these Roman units are just going to be absolutely butchering themselves, some Eastern Slingers. They didn't lose too many men, only about 10 or 12. Again, another charge being brought in from Conceivable. It looks like this is a better charge this time, knocking down a bunch of units. They've lost 10 straight off the bat. Looks like they're going to lose a lot more. 265 kills in that Noble Horse Archer. We've got a waiver. This could be it. This could be the win for Conceivable. Down to 79 men. Doesn't look like they're going to... No, don't rout. They're going to be back into it with green morale. Again, Conceivable coming in here with another rear charge. He knows that this is the anvil that he needs to keep these guys, preoccupied. It doesn't look like the general is on the field anymore for Conceivable. So 67 men left. We've only got how many? 23 men left in the Noble Horse Archer. He's able to destroy this Eastern Slinger. And those guys are going to waver. Whether they come back or not is going to be a different idea. And again, coming in for another charge. These guys were unbraced, so he's going to get a very nice contact, knock down a lot of those units. So these Legionary cohort cannot take a break. They're getting absolutely trashed, down to 49 men. Noble Horse Archer, though, down to 16 men. Crucially, they have lost a lot of units, 15 men. He's got another charge issued. Whether or not he's going to take that is a different idea. These guys are unbraced. Again, getting a nice connection there, just absolutely trashing these Legionary cohort, who are down to 39 men. 13 men left on the Noble Horse Archer. Double XP chevrons, triple XP chevrons. And we got a waiver. Do we get a rout? The Eastern Slingers are going to be coming back. The balance of power is about the same. Amazingly enough, there's 33 men left in the Legion, and they actually come back. Oh my god. I totally forgot how fucking close this match was. 9 men left in these Noble Horse Archers, and 33 Legionary cohort left. It looks like he's going to be content. Conceivable's going to pull away for a little bit, reconsider, while these Eastern Slingers come back into the fight. Holy fucking shit. 183 kills in this Legionary cohort. They are in red morale still. So I guess they're starting to feel the exhaustion. Granitor probably could just be content to sit there and get fresh, stop being winded. This is about as dense formation as he's going to be able to make them. The last Legion, literally, I'm not talking about the Total War Rome 2 player. Zeal Last Legion. I'm talking about the last Legionary cohort in the Culture Clash Flash tournament. Holy shitballs. Oh man, 314 kills. It's not over yet. It really could go either way. These Legionary cohort are still very dangerous to the Eastern Slingers. And again, we're going to get a little bit of a cat and mouse happening here. Only a couple units left. I cannot believe how close this got. Eastern Slingers getting in for the charge. They're going to pull back. Very sneaky. Conceivable's holding on to his units, making sure he doesn't commit too quickly. Very opportune charge into the back here. Got a nice charge. They're unbraced. Going to knock down a lot of those units. These Eastern Slingers are going to come in here and start wrecking. Though there's a couple of these Legionary cohorts still standing, and they're going to be able to destroy a lot of these Eastern Slingers. And we've got a rat. Oh man. Holy shit balls. Oh man, I need a drink of water. That was amazing. So, Conceivable pulls out the win with Armenia over Granitor. And that was an incredible game. So close by the end there. 325 kills in the Noble Horse Archer. And these Legionary cohort pulling out a buttload of kills. 186 in the end. Triple XP chevrons. Absolutely fucked up how close that end game got. But like both players played incredibly well. The Roman build, I don't know how good it was against this Armenian build, but it seemed to hold up pretty well, especially in the late game. Granitor did a great job in like keeping his Balearic Slings alive, that's for sure. But yeah, Conceivable was able to hold on to those key units until the end of the game. There's Noble Horse Archers and his general, and it looks like they were able to turn the tide just at the end there. So, oh man, how did you guys feel about that? Leave us a comment. Oh my god, it was so damn close. I'm sure that Granitor is going to be uploading his version of it pretty soon as well. But big thanks to both players for organizing the match there, and thanks to Conceivable for organizing the tournament. Amazing tournament there. Culture Clash Flash tournament. Hopefully we'll have another one coming up very soon. But yeah, until we see the next battle, this is GGBS signing out. Peace.